VigilanteWilliamson here with a very simple question, and that is, what do you think about Usyk versus Fury? Hell, first question, do you think the fight's even going to happen? I hopefully post this on Friday. Hopefully the fight hasn't been canceled. I am one of those people, until they are in the ring and they've been announced and the bell rings, I don't think the fight's going to happen. But I'm still going to do a semi-breakdown like I would have done on the sports channel, VigilanteWilliamson Vengeance, which is kind of in a hazy zone. I don't know what I want to do with that channel. In any event, if you're here on this one, who you got, Usyk or Fury? I've gone back and forth. I'm just going to go with what I think. You can make an argument this is not the right decision. You can make an argument that the better fighter is actually the guy I'm picking to lose. But I'm picking Usyk. And the main reason for picking Usyk is the fear of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has not wanted this fight. It's been clear to me. Some people think he faked this cut months earlier, which was, a week or two out before the fight. I don't know if he faked it or not. Cutting yourself wouldn't make sense, especially if you're going to have the fight. But I just don't think he wants to fight Usyk. I just think at every turn he's tried to avoid this fight. Now that it's finally here, he was trying to avoid it for a reason. That said, I also feel like Fury has more ways to win. He can win just using his size on the front foot, kind of dirty boxing, mauling Usyk, grappling, trying to get shots to the body when he grapples. Because, for a guy that long, it's going to be hard for him to get body shots off unless he's right there on the inside. And hell, all those body shots may not be legitimate punches, maybe an elbow to the rib, just a lot of pushing, shoving, grappling. If the ref lets him get away with that, I can see, Fury being successful with that. Or if he wants to be on his back foot, use his length, jab, keep away. He has those tools, right? So for me to be picking Usyk, I'm saying he has to nullify one, if not both, of those methods that Fury has. And I think what he'll nullify, honestly, is both. I think even though Fury is longer and Fury's known as a mover, I don't think this is the same Fury that fought Klitschko. In fact, he's almost 10 years older than that Fury. He's gone up and down like a merry-go-round when it comes to his weight. I can relate to that, but he's a professional fighter. He's gone up and down, and he wasn't in the best shape for the Ngannou fight. He looks like he's in better shape now, but still, I don't think he has that type of speed and quickness and movement. So I think even if he tries to go on his back foot, I think he'll get caught. I think he will get caught more often than he thinks, especially to his body. Now, I know a lot of talk has been made about Usyk's body, and to be fair, even though, there's been a lot of debate on whether that fight with Daniel Dubois, whether or not that low blow was a legitimate call. I said it could have went either way. The ref called it how he called it, so I could live with it. I had no horse in that fight. Even though that blow was a bit low, I think the majority of the damage came from hitting him in the body. I'm not saying it didn't affect his groin at all, but it didn't hit him there. It hit him pretty, mid-stomach, low stomach, maybe too low. It was called too low. I'm cool with that. But I still think the damage was done to his body. And I still think Usyk is somewhat weak to his body. That said, Tyson Fury's body is bigger. That's the gift, right? That's the gift. Is, oh man, he can use his weight, he can use his strength. It also means he has a bigger target. And Fury, I don't know if he's ever fought. I mean, he fought Steve Cunningham. It's the only guy kind of like Usyk, a guy who was a cruiserweight. And that's a guy who dropped Fury, by the way, before Fury went and started to maul him. So again, that's a possibility. But I don't think Fury's fought somebody quite like Usyk when it comes to the angles. And really, I think Usyk can catch him. I think Usyk, on his front foot, using his angles, can nullify a lot of the keep away if Tyson Fury tries to play that game. And another thing is, and I know you can only read so much into that Ngannou fight. I know that's his last fight, and it really wasn't, a real fight against a real fighter. No one knew what Ngannou had, but there was a panic that Tyson Fury had when his tactics didn't work, when he wasn't the bigger, stronger man, he couldn't maul him, and he couldn't quite get away from Ngannou. There was a panic, and I feel that similar panic will happen with Usyk and nullify him. Now, again, the mauling thing, That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be up to how the ref calls it, because I think that's gonna be open. But Fury has this, zombie lunge in thing that he does sometimes, so he can be caught while trying to maul, and that's where Usyk's keys are. Otherwise, Usyk can just do what Usyk does: box, jab, move, hit you with angles, come forward, but still come with different angles, still be defensively responsible when he comes forward, and I think he'll be able to catch Fury because I don't think Fury has quite the nimblest feet. He still has that head movement, but he also has a big body to be targeted. So I don't think he will be able to play the keep away game like you would think. I mean, we saw Joshua, who is quite a bit bigger than Usyk, and that didn't stop him. He didn't really commit to the keep away game, to be fair, but Usyk was able to catch Joshua when he wanted to, and I feel like, especially if he targets the body, he'll be able to catch Fury. And I think as far as the mauling, I think Fury will get caught enough on his way in that he won't, go to that tactic. I think it's a misnomer that Usyk doesn't have power. Usyk is still a heavyweight boxer. He still hits hard. Joshua definitely seemed to have respected his power, and we saw what he did to the guy. I know the guy was not a good thing, but if you use triangle theory, which I hate doing, and I actually don't want to do, but if you look at what he did to Ngannou, as far as his power, and you look what Fury did to Ngannou, obviously Fury struggled with him. Some people thought he lost, even me. I only say that to say, if AJ had no problem dealing with Ngannou's power, but did have a problem with dealing with Usyk's power, at least at times, especially in that second fight where he kind of was more improved, why would I think that Fury, who did have a problem with Ngannou's power, also wouldn't have problems with Usyk's power? I think Usyk doesn't knock people out, so that makes you think, oh, he doesn't have power, but he has enough power to me with his punches to keep Fury honest. That's the whole reason I went into that triangle theory. Again, it doesn't really apply for who's going to win and who's going to fight, because boxing and a lot of the fight game in general, even MMA, can be rock, paper, scissors. But when it comes to the power, we saw a control in Anthony Joshua have issues with his aggression because of what Usyk was able to do with him. Now, granted, again, there's a skill gap. Usyk is infinitely more skilled than Francis Ngannou was, right? But he's able to hit you enough to keep you honest. And I think that's been very underrated out of Usyk's bag. And I think that is why he's going to be able to keep the mauling of Fury off him, which is what I'm more worried about. I'm really worried about him using the keep away in the length. I don't think he'll be able to do that successfully. I think his body is still going to be a target. He'll still get caught. But I am a little bit worried about his power and his strength. He's still going to be the bigger man. He's still going to be able to make it ugly, jab and grab, use Klitschko's tactics, ironically. I think there's still something to be said about that. So what I'm saying, and I'm hoping, at least for my prediction to come true, is that Usyk can nullify that with his boxing craft, his boxing acumen, and can hit him enough and give him enough to think about that he doesn't just spam, grabbing and mauling. He tried that against Wilder in the second fight, and it was successful. But Usyk is a different kettle of fish. I think he's going to be tougher. But again, if I'm wrong, I do think that will be why. I think if Tyson Fury wins this, he's going to make it a very ugly, hard-to-watch fight, which it may be either way. But he's going to make it an ugly fight. He's going to be doing a lot of grabbing, a lot of jabbing, a lot of mauling, a lot of pushing, maybe some dirty stuff, elbow here and there, and whatever he'll get away with from the refs, and he'll just slow it down, and he'll just score more points than Usyk over 12 rounds. So if I'm wrong, that's how Tyson Fury wins. If I'm right, Usyk just outclasses him either way and becomes our first undisputed world heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. So I'm excited to see the fight if it happens, because, again, I'm still skeptical. But what do you think? How do you think this is going to go? You think I'm wrong? You're a Fury guy? You think Fury's going to win? You think he's going to win in a different way than I predict? If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.